नमस्कार. सडेतोड नायक कार्यावळीक तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार दिता. आज आमचे बरोबर आसा एक म्हत्वाचो गेस्ट. हांव तुमची वळख करून दिता. फर्दिनबाब रिबेल. फर्दिनबाब हे अलाहाबाद हायकोर्टाचे चीफ जस्टीस म्हणून रिटायर जाल्यात. ते भायर बॉम्बे हायकोर्टाचे ते एक सिनियर एडवोकेट आनी गोंयचे कडेन बारीक लक्ष दवरून आसात. गोंयचे राजकीय सामाजीक घडणुकां कडेन तांचें लक्ष आसता. गोंयांत सुदारणा जावची, गोंयान भितर लोकां मदीं एक जागृताय जावची हाजे खातीर तांणी खूब तांचे भितरल्यान तांकां तळमळे आसात. आनी सद्या तर ज्या पद्दतीन आमी पळयतात की लँड कन्वर्जन जायत आसा. पयलीं आमी शेतां काबार केली, दर्यावेळी काबार केल्यो, आतां दोंगर वनां रानां कापीत आसात. आनी हातूंतल्यान गोंय उरतलें काय कितें? गोंयची डेमोग्राफी कशे तरेन बदलतली? फुडल्या 20 वर्सांत गोंयचें कितें जातलें? अशे तरेचे जे वेगवेगळे प्रश्न आसात ते आमी वर्तमानपत्रांत मिडियाचेर चर्चा करीत आसात. एक सिनियर एडवोकेट आनी एक जज म्हणून फर्दिनबाबाक ह्या संदर्भात कितें दिसता हें आमकां जाणून घेवपाचें आसा. फर्दिनबाब, तुमी पळयतात गोंय सद्या बदलत आसा. तुमी मुंबय रावतात आनी सतत जेन्ना गोंयांत येतात तेन्ना म्हाका दिसता प्रत्येक वेळा तुमकां गोंय बदलिल्लें दिसतलें. जंय दोंगर आसा थंय दोंगर ना, झाडां आसात थंय झाडां ना, रस्ते आसात थंय रस्ते ना. पणजे येता तर स्मार्ट सिटी कशी जाली तें तुमी पळयल्या. सो हें सगळें पळयता आसतना तुमच्या मनान रिफ्लेक्शन्स कितें येतात?
राजू, एक सांगू हांव जास्त उत्तर दितलो इंग्लिशीन.
हय.
हांव गोंया आतां एवरी मंथ ऑर 2 मंथ्स येता आतां पयली भाशेन. म्हाका एक दूख दिसता, ह्या दिसांनी लोकांची चळवळ चल्ल्या गांवांनी. हाव कॅन वी टॉलरेट द डेमोग्राफीक चेंजीस इन गोवन विलेजीस? आमची गांव ल्हान गांवां आसात, 1000-1500 एक पंचायत हितून. आनी हे गांवांनी आमी कन्स्ट्रक्शन करून आनी 1000 टेनमेंट 1500 टेनमेंट करून आमचे ते गांवचे वी आर चेंजींग टोटली डेमोग्राफी ऑफ दॅट. अँड दीस कॅनॉट हॅपन अँड दीस शूड नॉट बी अलाउड. हो म्हजो पयलो. बट वाय आय एम सेयींग दीस, जेन्ना आमी पुर्तुगेजाचेर विरोध केलो, वाय वॉज इट? टू ब्रिंग बॅक सर्टन वॅल्यू टू गोंयांक गोंयकारां जाय म्हणून. ओपिनियन पोलाचेर जेन्ना डॉक्टर जॅक सिक्वेरान फुडार करून आमी जिखले टू प्रिजर्व गोवा, ते कित्याक लागून? टू प्रोटेक्ट गोंयकारपण.
सर,
कोंकणी चळवळी आमी कोंकणी मागली राष्ट्र आमची भाशा जावची म्हणून ते मान दिल्लो. आज कॉन्स्टिट्युशनाक कोंकणी इज अ रेकग्नायज्ड लँग्वेज. हे कित्याक लागून? गोंयकारपण सांबाळपाक. So are we going to surrender our Goan status, our Goan identity by totally changing the demography of this state? I feel pained by it. Pained why? It is not that we can't do anything. Some years ago, when Mr. Parrikar was the chief minister and our governor, now Harmalkar, he was the speaker, I was invited to address the members of the assembly and ex-members of the assembly. And that time the demand was for a special status for Goa.
yes.
To me that demand, really speaking, cannot be justified because there is no basic reason as to why Goa of all the states should get a special status. Forget the states of Nagaland, Mizoram, which were in different conflict areas. But I said one thing, every other state does not allow its agricultural land to be sold to outside non-agriculturalists.
Yes.
And this is something that we can do by amending the Goa Land Revenue Code. But we fight, and nobody takes up the issue of selling, of protecting our agricultural lands.
Yes.
Now this is something within what we can do. So this is an issue which we can fight over. Legally difficult because this requires legislative action. Political action, yes, to demand changes, but then it all depends on who is willing to take up the issue and fight for it. So if this is done, this large scale sale of agricultural land will stop. Second issue, now under the Goa Daman and Diu Agri Tenancy Act, there is a provision where agricultural land cannot be converted to non-agricultural purposes.
Yes.
Now, I do not know whether there are any amendments. I don't think there are many amendments. So, therefore, agricultural lands cannot, tenanted lands, I'll put it specifically,
Yeah.
agricultural land which were tenanted cannot be converted into non-agricultural lands for non-agricultural purposes.
Yes.
Similarly, orchard lands where they were tenants, especially of cashew nut, there is a law brought during time of Prod Barbos where you can't convert. Now everybody is turning a blind eye to this, and I don't know what is happening. Perhaps because citizens are not aware of it. Thirdly, along the coastline, when I was a judge of the High Court of Bombay, I had passed an order as to how nothing can be constructed within the high tide line.
Yes.
And I had directed the the collectors of the particular district to monitor the ongoing constructions.
Yes.
Now this is not a very difficult issue. All you have to do is take Google map of the previous year,
Yes.
find out and see when this construction came up. So it is not that
Exactly.
difficult for somebody who is willing to do it. Another issue which which is widely been discussed,
Yeah.
hill cutting. आम्ही म्हणतात डोंगर लागते डोंगर मोठे डोंगर hill cutting.
Yeah.
Now under the Forest Conservation Act, wherever it is a forest, and this is also defined by judgment of Justice Manohar when she was sitting in Goa, that what is a forest. Now forests are covered by the Forest Conservation Act. In other words, you cannot convert forests without the permission, or it cannot be converted. As a judge of the High Court of Bombay, sitting in Goa when I was visiting judge, I will not speak the company's name. Somebody wanted to start a pelletization plant in the forest, and they went ahead without permission from the concerned authorities.
Yeah.
I held you can't do that. I stopped that. Matter went to Supreme Court upheld the law. So there are judgments now that where there are forests
Yes.
falling within forest conservation zone, you cannot convert that land.
Yes. Yes.
Now, how to bring this to the notice of the people? That is the most important thing.
Yes.
Because आमचे लोग जवळतात, but then they do not have the legal support. I will put the word support.
Yes.
So somebody, and frankly, I am thinking of doing that now.
Yes.
Bring out a handbook of the various laws, of the various judgments, so that people, activists and people everywhere know as to what is happening. One more important aspect is there are NGOs who are fighting. Some NGOs have got legal advice. Most NGOs don't have legal advice on issues.
Yes.
Now this is where I thought people like me can help. Now from 2025 onwards, I am going to come to Goa practically every month, and I will give 1 week
Nice.
to NGOs, activists who require legal aid and assistance,
Yes.
to help them. Because you see, when a movement starts, there are two ways. One, there are legal ways where you can stop, and the movement supports that.
Yes.
Second is sometimes law may not be very clear,
Yes.
but there are issues which goans feel very much.
Sir, okay.
So somebody must give them help,
Yes.
and it is not that we can't help them. So we have got two law colleges, one in South Goa, one in North Goa.
Yes.
So why not use the students also, to help in creating a legal cell,
Yes.
which we can help the NGOs, activists
Yes.
in fighting for causes. So therefore, these are some parameters which I am thinking about. and I hope I will be able to get others also involved.
Yes.
And of course, this will be all what we call giving advice without charging anybody.
Yes.
So this will be our
अशें
I will say our
फर्देन
contribution.
सारकें फर्देन बाब अशें जाय आज गरज आहा की जाता गोंयान एक 2-3 ऑर्गनायजेशन्स आहात गोवा आमचो क्लाउड आल्वारीज आहा ताजी बायल काम करतात सतत कोर्टान वचचें पडटा सो आतां परत एक इशू आयलो तो 17(2) आनी 39A सेक्शन सो हे कन्वर्जन करीत आहात पीस मिल सारके आनीक रिजनल प्लॅन हे आसना तो आउटडेटेड जाला सो हाजेर तुमकां कितें दिसता?
I see the matter is in court.
Yes.
I Sakal Vasla, when
Exactly.
some petition is filed and
Yes.
court has issued a notice. So it may not be very for me to, but what I can say is there are some judgments either way.
Yes.
But the question which I am asking myself and asking the people of Goa at large, once a regional plan is notified, that regional plan is good for about 20 years, after which it is revised.
Yes.
Now, what is the urgency in revising these plans? And most of the revisions are not for individual owners. I can understand an individual owner
Yes.
who wants to construct a house. If something, I would not say do it, but perhaps these are exceptions that can be carved out.
Exactly.
But all these exceptions are carved out to real estate agents.
सामकें.
Now the law, as you read it, is that the planning process of bringing a plan is a multifaceted process, hearing objections.
Yes.
But the new law, as amended, is all that is given a go by suddenly some person decides.
Exactly.
Now, what is the basis for that some person bypassing everything?
Exactly.
And secondly, what is happening today is, I don't say there are no good officers. There are good officers, there are men of integrity. But there are people who toy the boss's line.
Exactly.
I will not give you the specific case. In one case, some people did come to me where some hill cutting was going on.
Yes.
And I asked them to give me the report of the government officers who have visited the site. Believe me, that report was totally contrary to the site conditions, and based upon the report, permission was given. Now, why should not such officers, disciplinary action be taken against them?
Exactly.
In my opinion, now citizens must also be aware of this, that every officer is bound to follow the law. He cannot bypass the law, break the law.
Yes.
A small thing I will give you. When I was sitting here as a judge, a matter of an encroachment on Vasco's roads came to my attention. And in fact, that chief officer told me, sir, why don't you issue notice to all chief officers of all councils, municipalities?
Yes.
I issued notice and I located the power to grant permission, no permission licenses in the chief officer. And I said that if you violate this, you will be liable in contempt.
Yes.
Now just go along Goa streets. Do you find illegal construction on the roads? The footpaths are clear.
Yes.
And of course, another colleague of mine, Justice Bhatta, followed it up.
ते मोठ्या प्रमाणाचेर जाल्लें गोंयान आनी एक व्हडलो डिसिजन जाल्लो तो खरो.
So therefore, there is a way, and we can use the existing law.
पूण फर्देन बाब आमी एक पळयलां पॉलिटिशियन्स करतात कितें इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स काबार करून उडयतात. विशेषतः आमी आतां मायनींग येदे व्हडले स्कॅम गफलो गोंयान जालो. मायनींग डिपार्टमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्टान सांगिल्लें घट करात, सारकें स्ट्रॉंग करात. मायनींग डिपार्टमेंट सामकें काबार करून उडयलां. आतां हें तशेंच TCP किंवा हे अशे तरेचे पळय जे डिपार्टमेंट्स आहात, डेप्युटी कलेक्टर्स बी गव्हर्मेंट काडटना आपल्याले चमचे किंवा सामके अशे ऑफिसर जे कितें आयकतले तांकां हाडून घालतात. पूण ही इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स घट कशी करप? फॉर एग्जाम्पल डिपार्टमेंट्स, वेरियस कमिशन्स, वेरियस इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स, सिस्टम्स
how to strengthen the institutions or how to make them.
या डिपार्टमेंट जर बरे ऑफिसर ना डिपार्टमेंट कॉलेप्स जातलें.
See, every officer by himself, of course, the system that comes in now, people complain as to how they get in.
Yeah.
Some of them get in by means other than honest means, let us put it
Yes.
that way.
Yes.
So somebody says that I have to make up.
Yes.
But that is not the answer. Once you are in the post, you are bound by your disciplinary rules.
Yes.
So what I am saying is now is, it is time that when we come and find such actions are going,
Yes.
file a complaint against the officer. Of course, the Lokayukta, what we have done is practically toothless now.
आनी लोकायुक्त हांव तेच म्हणटा गोंयान भितर लोकायुक्त आशिल्लो ताणें ज्या पद्दतीन गोंयच्या मायनींग कंपन्याक 36 मायनींग लिजीस वेर सायन्ड ऑन द सेम डे. तो म्हणटा दे वेर सायन्ड एज इफ द स्पीड वॉज लायक चित्ता. आनी ताणें 2 ऑफिसरांक नेम केल्ले, मायनींग डायरेक्टर आनी मायनींग सेक्रेटरी. तांकां प्रमोशन मेळ्ळें. आशिल्लें तशें जालें आनी इतलें आनी ताजे फुडें ते IAS जाले.
Unfortunately,
So,
there is no
yeah.
follow-up.
Exactly.
But once the message goes that officers are going to face disciplinary action, I think there will be a lot of changes.
Yes.
As I said earlier, that it's not that there are no good people. There are good people. Sometimes they bend, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But our question is how to see to that they stand up on their own legs upright.
Exactly.
And the process can only start by singling out some officers, pursuing the cases against them. So once some officer is disciplinary action or goes to jail, just see what change is going to take place.
एक्झॅक्टली. आमी गोंयान पळयलां चीफ सेक्रेटरी आपूण रिटायर जाता तेन्ना एक फायल सायन करता आनी लँड कन्वर्ट करता आनी थंय आपलें घर बांदता.
This is I don't want to deal with some issues, but what I'm basically is general issues.
Exactly.
That this is something that we those of us, and
Exactly.
all of us love Go. I mean, whether I'm going outside or going to Bayra, we would like to protect this land for the Konkani people.
सो फर्देन बाब गोंयचे दोंगर एका तेंपार ताणें शेतां काबार केलीं, न्हंयो ताजेर भराव घाले, काबार करीत गेले आनी आतां दोंगर दिसता ते सगळे कापिता. आमी ह्या अर्दान पळयता पणजे मांडवीचे देगेर, दुसरे अर्दान सांकवाळ टॅन्स जालां. सो रेश मागूश आनी सांकवाळ, दीस आर द 2 boiling points.
Even under the existing DCR,
Yes.
up to a particular latitude, you cannot convert that.
Yes.
But even that has been somehow or the other, a blind eye has been taken to that. I don't see why that should happen.
सारकें.
So the officers somewhere along the line must put up a note
सारकें.
that this is the gradient,
Yes.
this cannot happen. And those who are breaking the law, I think some action must be taken against them. It can't be that you have the means and the wherewithal and that you can do everything. Message must go against everybody.
सारकें.
And that is unfortunately not happening. Now you are asking me what do the politicians do? Now I can't say anything because you see people are also culpable in that. I'll tell you why.
Yes, correct.
When election comes, they start demanding from them.
सारकें.
In donation diye, think donation diye, think donation diye.
Exactly.
During any in पैसे diye, think पैसे diye. Now
एक वोटाक गोंयान हे 25,000 दिले.
now from where is that politician going to get that money unless he collects it?
सारकें.
So this nexus also has to be broken.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are larger issues which can't be solved in this.
Correct.
But basically what I am saying is, in the matter of environment, matter of human rights,
सारकें.
matter of a land conversion, these are issues which legally
सारकें.
we can do something.
सामकें.
And this is somewhere that you spoke about Goa Foundation. Yes, Goa Foundation is there and there are some
Yes.
others.
Yes.
But these are, see, how much can one or two institutions do?
Exactly.
So it requires more participation,
Exactly.
greater participation of our youth.
Yes.
You see,
दोतोर विलेजीस पळय काबार जायत वता गोंयान. गोंय एक तेंपार एक 6-7 सिटीज आशिल्ल्यो आनी इतली ब्युटिफूल विलेजीस. आतां विलेज टोटल डिस्ट्रॉय जाल्यात आनी गोवा हॅज बिकम ए बिग सिटी. आनी कोणाक कांय वायट दिसना.
Panjechan up to along this belt, entire northern belt,
Sir,
the coastal belt, there'll be the demography has changed.
सामकें.
And भितर वतात. in the what you call
hinterland.
Khedgaon, and that has been. And I think this is somewhere too much. I think we as a people must say this must stop.
Exactly.
How to stop it, both legally and by mass awakening as to what is happening now.
Exactly.
But what the people are doing now, for example, in Sankwal, something has to be done.
Exactly.
Now I don't know the specifics, so I can't comment upon that.
Yes.
But these are areas where people like us must step in and help those people.
Exactly.
To give them the best legal advice that we can get. So hopefully that this is a process that will start soon.
अशें तुमकां दिसना की तुमचे सारके जे पळय स्टेच्यूर अशे लोक आसात जे गोंयकार आहा जांकां लढो दिवचो असो दिसता तांणी सगळ्यांनी एकठांय येवन एक फोर्स निर्माण करचो. तुम्ही गोवा फावंडेशन म्हणलात, गोवा फावंडेशन झगडटा, सतत कोर्टान आसा. सो अशे तरेची एक स्ट्रॉंग लीगल सेल, लीगल सिस्टम.
I am going to start.
येस. सो तुमी गोंयान येवन रावतले?
At least 7 days. In a month, I will be available.
Very nice.
I will be available. If I am not in Goa, I will be available on the phone.
Very nice.
I will be available. But at least I will start. If others want to join me, welcome.
Very nice.
And I hope some others
will join you.
Will join me, and we can together do something about it.
Yes. दोन इश्यू आहात दोतोर. एक लिगल फायट करपाची सिस्टम जाग्यार घालपा खातीर, दुसरें आहा एक पिपल्स मुवमेंट. हे दोनी हातान हात घालून जर जायत जाल्यार ताका एक स्ट्रॉंग एक तो फोर्स जाता गोंय सांबाळपाचो. आतां ज्या पद्दतीन चल्लां फुडले 20 वर्सान गोंय जे पळय कितें आहा तें डिफिकल्ट आनी गोंयकार आमकां सोदचो पडटलो, कोण गोंयकार.
ड्युरींग द कोंकणी मुवमेंट तेन्ना आमी म्हणलें दॅट वी आर जस्ट अबाउट 60% or so.
सारकें.
At that time, 65%, 35%, and त्याच फाटल्यान there must be now further changes.
आतां गोंयची पॉप्युलेशन 18 lakhs जालां, तातूंत गोंयकार म्हाका दिसता 6 lakhs आसतलो.
So it is totally
exactly
the total demographic change that is taking
सारकें.
place.
गोंयकारा परस
but I can't say others should not come. That is not the point, because as a citizen they have a right to come in, they have the right to work.
Yes.
But right to work, stay legally. No illegal construction of Communal land, no usurpation of lands, and no demographic changes. See, Goa has no labor force. So we have to depend upon labor force from outside. Yes. So this is a natural phenomenon.
Yes.
But let us stop the demographic changes that are happening. Te atat kon ata? You are building for whom?
हांव तेच म्हणटा फुडें बाब इश्यू कितें जाणा, एक टुरिजम आसा आनी एक दुसऱ्या अर्थान एक सेकंड होम बांदपाची एक सामकी ताकतीक सुरू जाल्या आनी दिल्लीचे सगळ्या पयशकारांक गोंयान घर घेवन दिसता. आतां टुरिजमाची पॉलिसी आमी पळयतात गोंयान 1 कोटी टुरिस्ट वर्साक येता. 1 कोटी. आतां रावतले खंय? बिकॉज द एकोमोडेशन फॉर देम इज नॉट मोर दॅन 25,000. बाकीचे लोक खंय रावतात? इलिगली हावजींग कॉलनीनी तांकां फ्लॅट दिल्यात भाड्यान, ते येवन रावतात, भितर गाडी येतात, बोवाळ चलता, लोकांक रेजिडंट्सांक त्रास दितात. सो हे जे व्हडलें चल्लां, 1 कोटी लोक गोंयान येवं शकतात.
See, tourism has become, I think, the main economic factor in Goa.
Yes.
So that is.
Yes.
So how best we have tourism, at the same time protect our land.
Yes.
So these are perhaps. People have to meet and discuss. It is not that it is impossible.
Yeah.
Somebody comes, stays in a hotel.
फर्देन बाबा आमचे लोकसंख्या आसा फक्त 6 लाख, भायले तातूंत डबल आहात, म्हणजे 18 लाख जाल्यात. आनी आतां 1 कोटी जर येत, आमचें इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर, आमच्यो पायाभूत सुविधा, आमचें उदक मेळना, कोयर पडला, बिचाचेर पार्किंग ना, आनी दुसऱ्या अर्थान सावंड पोल्युशन. हायकोर्ट बोडयो मारिता सावंड पोल्युशनाचेर. तांकां सांगता आनी तुमी सावंड मॉनिटरींग सिस्टम बसयात, कोण बसयना. आनी ह्या सगळ्या आनी बिचाचेर शॅक्सांनी हें सावंड तें कितें ताणें बंद करून जर सावंड चलयल्लो ओके आशिल्लें, पूण टोटल अनार्की अशी दिसता.
No, I only hope, perhaps through this your medium.
Yes.
I would hope that our judges also try to take some drastic action.
Nice.
Drastic action like seeing to it that within the police jurisdiction, and there are areas where sound pollution is. I have personally felt it when I stayed for 2 nights in Seoul side, one of the Morjing.
Okay.
A whole night
Yes.
there was music. It was impossible to sleep. That
Exactly.
holiday which I thought I would have,
Exactly.
it was impossible. So if this continues, the officers down there should be suspended.
Exactly.
There should be no, there can be no.
Okay, High Court can suspend the officers.
There is no, in the exercise of his jurisdiction,
Yes.
if they are flaunting the orders of the High Court, why can't they do it?
Yes. Sound pollution जावपाकूच
हाँ,
जाय. फाटले म्हयनोभर जालो कोर्ट ऑर्डर दीत आसा and they are
Yeah.
not followed.
So something you see, judges, we innovate. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How law evolves
Yes.
is because of the creativity and innovation of the judges,
Yes. Nice.
assisted by the lawyers
Nice.
who help you.
Yes.
So I hope that our courts do take notice of this. Innovative, be creative.
Yes.
Because see, the elderly folk, the local people must have some peace of mind to sleep, at least sleep in the
Exactly.
night.
Exactly.
And not because the tourists come in, hotel has to be open, is no answer.
Yes.
That those persons must suffer the effect of, because you want to run the business.
Okay.
Business, yes, you have the right to run the business. Nobody's against somebody run, but run it legally,
Okay.
run it within the norms.
Samke.
Don't disturb the rights of others.
Samke.
So balance.
Yes.
Carry on your business. Don't disturb the rights of the others.
सामकें. तुमी हें बरें सांगलें. तुमी अपील केलें जजांकय बी आनी दुसऱ्या अर्दान तुमी सांगलें ऑफिसरांक सस्पेंड करात. पॉलिटिशनांनी कितेंय करूं पूण ऑफिसरान जर सारकें उबें रावन जर कायदो जर पाळ्ळो जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता ह्यो सगळ्यो इलिगल एक्टिविटीज चल्ल्यात. दोंगर कापतात, दोन शेतां पुरयतात, येदे व्हडले परमिशन्स टू येदे व्हडले कॉम्प्लेक्सीस भायले येवपाचें प्रमाण हें म्हाका दिसता ऑफिसरांक एक दोन पयलीं जर सस्पेंड केलें जाल्यार एक भंय निर्माण जाता.
I think that it's high time that should happen now.
Exactly.
Because without the message going that you are not above law,
सामकें.
the message will go through.
सामकें ह्या ऑफिसरांनी आतां लॉ फॉलो करपाक जाय, नॉट द
And
पॉलिटिशियन.
at least that officer then will have the courage of telling his political master,
Exactly.
I can't help you.
Sarke.
This is the law.
सारकें.
As I told you in that matter of this on footpaths,
Yes.
the officers will tell the politicians,
Sorry.
this is the judgment.
Yes.
I can't help you.
सामकें.
Because I am going to have face contempt. not
फॉर
you.
तुका लागून फुटपाथ लीप जाल्यात, फुटपाथा वयलो सगळे इलिगल एनक्रोचमेंट गेल्यात. आनी तुवें आतां पळय जें कितें सांगलां तें म्हाका दिसता जर जजांनी जर आयकत आनी जर एक बरो लॉ पास जातकीर एक जर सारके बळी जर घेवन बसले न्ही जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता कितल्योश्यो पळय बेकायदेशीर गजाली गोंयांत चलतात ताका कांय प्रमाणार आळो बसपाक शकतलो.
Let us for the moment go as to what the law is existing.
Yes.
If laws can be amended to make them better,
Yes.
but it is possible to work within the existing law.
Yes.
Only thing is, we must be in a position to compile those judgments which have taken note of these legal positions,
Yes.
the provisions of law, and provide a website or where any Goan
Yes.
can access it at any point of time. So this is where we will require all NGOs, activists to come together, sit down together,
ब्युटिफूल.
and work out.
फर्दर बाब आमी गोमंतक टीव्हीचे वतीन हें काम करपाक तयार आसात. तुमी आतां एक बरी गजाल सांगली आमकां. तुमी एक कळवळो व्यक्त करनात. त्या भायर तुमी आतां मुंबयच्यान गोंयान म्हयन्याक 8 दीस येवन रावन हें गायडन्स दिवपाक तयार जाल्यात. एक मुवमेंट म्हाका दिसता हातूंतल्यान स्टार्ट जावं येता. NGO, लिगल फोर्स, एक सिस्टम तयार जर जालें आनी तुमी म्हणटा तशें कोर्टान जर अधिकाऱ्याक जर जापसालदार धरलो जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता आमी फक्त घरा बसून करंदाय करचे नात जाल्यार गोंय वाटोवपाचे नजरेन जाल्यार गोंयचीं गांवां सोंपलीं, गोंयच्यो ही 5वी जी आशिल्ली ती ना जायत चल्ल्या. दोंगर कापतात, भायले मोठ्या प्रमाणाचेर येतात, 1 कोटी भायलो येतात, त्या भायर सेकंड होम करून लोक हांगा येतात. म्हाका दिसता आमच्या ह्या डिस्कशनांतल्यान आज खूब अश्यो बऱ्यो गजाली भायर आयल्यात आनी तूं गोंयांत येता म्हणटकीर आमकां पर्सनली खूब बरें दिसलें फर्दीन बाब. आनी गोंयकाराच्या वतीन हांव तुका धन्यवादय दिता. आनी तुमी आमच्या स्टुडियोन येवन आज एक बरी चर्चा केली, बरी मुलाखत दिली. हाजे खातीर गोमंतक.
Thank you, Raju. Perhaps what I say will others will
Yes.
and even now on these matters of human rights, environment, conversion
Yes.
of lands, people are still welcome. If I am not here, somebody can always call me up
Yes.
and ask me.
येस.
And I will, whatever possible, I will try to help.
थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. थँक्यू. पळयत रावात गोमंतक टीव्ही.
अपने आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स बिजनेस आइडिया को आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड स्टार्टअप बनाओ. पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी आ जाओ. पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी, वडोदरा, गुजरात.